Right, everyone. Are we live? Should be live for qualifying. Qualifying on a Friday. Qualifying on a Friday. What is going on for the 2023 Qatar Grand Prix? The game is a little bit loud, isn't it? Just turn the game down a little bit. Oh, why are we on Suzuka on the map as well? Why are we on Suzuka on the map? Yes, qualifying is going to start in less than 9 minutes. And I'm going to guide you through, everyone. Carlos Sainz is getting ready. Welcome along, everyone. Welcome Snowline, Vlatka, Nunspeed, Scott, Stanford, Kate, Susie, Raj and White. Let us know if we're all good and we're live. I'm going to get a straw out. Hopefully everything's working. Alex Monster Diz says qualifying on a Friday. Yeah. It's that Friday thing, isn't it? Why have we got the silly face up again? There we go. That's better. Black says welcome back. Yeah, good to be back. I've been away. I've been racing myself. What is this? Very dramatic time spent racing for real this weekend. Been racing Mazda MX-5s. So got a lot of videos coming on that on the channel. Hober says, why is tyres spelt with a Y? That's actually how you spell tyres. Thanks for reminding me. And should we get the weather for Qatar up? We may as well. I may as well get the correct location. Hang on a second. Bear with me. Max Verstappen looking relaxed. He can win the whole thing tomorrow in the sprint race. So, Qatar. I suspect it's not going to rain in Qatar, but you never know. Let's get ourselves over from Japan. Let's go over South Korea. Mainland China. And gonna go to Qatar. And then I don't know where the circuit is in Qatar. Is it near Doha? Chat, anyone know where the circuit actually is in Qatar? All I've got is I've got Doha, Al Wakra, Catalan Village. Catalan Village is like visible from space, apparently. In fact, I'm just going to put Qatar. I'm just going to put Qatar. But I'll show you. Bear with me. It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. This is what I've got. Catalan Village. Is a track actually there? Is a track Catalan Village? Is that right? Hang on. There we go. Just in case it's going to rain, you know. Arnie says, get front Ros. Don't know what that means. Kate has got the papaya out. Scott said SpaceX. I'm joining halfway through the conversation. Yes, qualifying is today, everyone. We're about to do qualifying. We're about to do qualifying at Qatar. Tyre means to feel exhausted. Tyre is spelt with a Y. I don't think it's a British thing. How do Hankook tyres spell it? How do Hankook tyres? Hankook. Oh, I've got both. I've got both. No, Hankook tyres with an I. The website. What happens if you go to HankookTyre with a Y.com? Hankook Tyre with a Y.com. Where's that going to take us? I pressed it. I've pressed it. Welcome, Funky. Good to see you. We are back. It's not loading anything for me. Is the domain hand-cooked tyre with a Y available? Your connection to this site is not secure. Maybe it's a phishing thing. Let's get out of there. Let's make a sharp exit. Let us know if you're just joining us, by the way. Case says, how's driving in Spain? Very dramatic. Near-death experience. I'll show you later. If we hit 1,000 viewers, I'll show you what happens. Ellie says, cheers from the track. Ellie Karam is at the track. Very traditional for us to have a viewer at the track. Ellie, let us know what corner you are at. And can you confirm the weather? What is the weather situation? By the way, you'll see that on the top right, that is actually Bahrain. Because my old copy of F1 Manager doesn't have thing. And also, I need to move up this map, don't I? Oh dear. Made a bit of a mess. Hang on a second, I actually genuinely have made a mess of this. It's 2 seconds to go. Hang on, I need to do some wizardry. Ah, can't do the wizardry. Hang on. Hang on a second. Let's get this map as big as it should be. There we go. It's all a bit messy now, isn't it? It's all a bit messy. Hang on, I've really... Thomas listening from Sark, very nice. Yeah, isn't it? Well, it used to host the opener for MotoGP, didn't it? Hobo says it's named after tyres on cars. That's your one. Ellie says yesterday was bad, now the wind is good. Okay, so it's cool. When I was in Spain yesterday, it was 40 degrees. It's hot everywhere. You're a better commentator than the real ones. Well, we'll see. The real commentators don't need to also get the layout. There's party lights in the Red Bull garage. There's party lights. They're getting ready. It's flashing sparkling lights. They're doing some sort of social media shoot in there. Welcome to Uday Pandit. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right, what we can do is... No, I don't... Chat, I don't know what to do. Ah, no, we just go like that. We just go like that. Old school. We just give ourselves more space. Are we happy with that? Are we happy with that setup? Ellie says Qatar. Is it pronounced Qatar? Right, Fernando Alonso is in his car. Let me get ready. Welcome Sold Out as well. My Konobik says banana cake, coffee, Kireth, the day is set for a good one. Yes, indeed. Are you waking up? Is that the States talking? Okay, so usual Q1, Q2, Q3 is going to start imminently, any second now. F1 says, name a driver to make an edit about. Can you make the sickest Lance Stroll edit for us, please? And can you overlay my commentary on it? Welcome to Bubba Casket. Right, Oscar Piastri's in the car as well. He'll want to follow up from the incredible result at Suzuka for McLaren. And still strobing lights. There's strobing lights in the Red Bull garage. Is it an issue or something? Or are they celebrating Max Verstappen, who goes out early? So Verstappen is... he's just behind Perez, actually. Perez and Verstappen are out. And now everyone else is going to flood out for the runs in Q1. Verstappen was fast driver in FP, or it's FP3 actually. It's the last free practice session. Verstappen was quicker, and now we are in Parc Ferme conditions. So if you've got a bad setup now, then you're pretty screwed, frankly. I've got an edible straw in there already. By the way, chat, let us know where in the world you're watching from. It feels like it's been a long time. Feels like it's been a long time since we streamed. So let us know. Potato's about to do the hardest Lance Stroll edit ever. So we see Max Verstappen did get the 10 consecutive wins, one more than Sebastian Vettel. Felt like it was more than that. Welcome, Cooper. Good to have you along. Kate's watching from the UK. Cooper from the UK as well. Mycon's just woken up. John Boss is at home. Hope you're feeling better, John Boss. We're in the UK, Arnie. Let us know where you're watching from. Maria's from the Philippines. Scott from Barcelona. Very nice. Alfarius is watching from Shackleton. Arnie's got a lot of lag that I believe is at your end, Arnie. We haven't dropped a single frame here. We delivered you 39,200 frames. Adita's watching from India. Vlad from Croatia. GD says, where's Lawson? He's out on track. Daniel Ricciardo's recovery taking longer than expected. Nigel from Georgia. Mycon from actually Canada. And Susie from the UK. So let's see what's going to happen here in Q1. Is anyone going to trip up? Is Sergio Perez going to find it difficult? Red Bulls haven't looked super comfortable, it has to be said. They have not looked the most comfortable. It's qualifying now underway at the Lusail circuit. That is a very good MotoGP circuit. The sort of very technical infield where you go double right-hander, tight left-hander, right-hander, little chicane, tight left-hander, and then a multi-apex right-hander. And we're going to see now some of the first times from Sergio Perez, 128.4, and Max Verstappen will now follow, presumably will go faster. In fact, might go significantly faster. Yes, indeed, a 126.8. That is very different. I saw Perez was tripping up over traffic at the end. So, issues already for Sergio Perez? The man who may be washed? Alfaria says DR3 will not return. Well, he will be because he's signed to AlphaTauri. Oh, GD is watching. He's supporting Liam Lawson. Well, we'll let you know. Yeah, Verstappen as well just has to navigate some traffic at the end of the lap. So Sergio Perez is already... Well, it's a shaky start. Fernando Alonso, meanwhile, and the Astons have been looking good. Remember, Aston seem to be doing better at the downforce circuits. Same with Alpine. Although he hasn't had the best Sector 2. But keep an eye on Fernando Alonso here. Remember, we're in Q1 at the moment. What can Fernando Alonso do? Fernando Alonso just going over the line now will go fastest in Q1. Yes, a 26.7 for Fernando Alonso. And Gasly as well on the move. Where's Gasly? Keep an eye for Gasly in the Alpine. Remember, the Alpine's looking good at the high downforce circuits. Where did Gasly go? Where's Gasly? Gasly coming around the last corner. Ocon's in P3. And Pierre Gasly, is he going to be just behind Esteban Ocon? No, P2 for Gasly. P2. Look at that at the top. Alonso, Gasly, yes, says Verstappen, but then Ocon, Logan Sargent, Bottas, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Perez. In fact, Carlos Sainz just slotting into P5. Keep an eye on Lando Norris here. Keep an eye on Lando Norris in the McLaren.
Yeah.
We're going to have Lewis Hamilton set his first lap time. Where's Hamilton going to go? I think we're going to see some scalps here in Q1. I really do. I think this could be a very interesting qualifying session. Norris goes fastest now. So Leclerc is second and Lando Norris at 126.0 is 2 seconds faster than Sergio Perez, everyone. Alfaris, does this circuit suit McLaren? Well, they did one in Suzuka. I say this isn't quite as high downforce a circuit as Suzuka. Maybe, I'm not sure. Might be unfair. Welcome to Pro Street as well. Tiwi saying Max has ruined at least 3 drivers' careers. Where's my F1 t-shirt? I've been made a Forza video. So, welcome to Antonio Carlos Correa de Araujo and Adita. Funky saying Perez looks far from confident. Surely They'll put Liam Lawson in that Red Bull. Surely, surely, surely. And Charles Leclerc goes fastest. Does that mean Lando Norris's time may have been discounted, everyone? I think Lando Norris will have been lost his lap time for a track limit violation. So I'll try and keep an eye if I can see where it is. I mean, drivers are really maximising the track, and we know Formula 1. Max Verstappen on the radio saying, what an idiot. And his engineer saying you can be a bit more courteous. So Max Verstappen ran into traffic. But look at that for Lando. Yeah, I think Lando Norris had his lap time. There we go. Turn 5 for Lando Norris. The 126 dead, which would have been provisionally fastest by almost half a second, has been deleted for exceeding track limits. And Lando's been there before. Welcome to George Rogers. AlphaTauri saying Perez is a husk. Wow, harsh words indeed. Welcome to Priya Darshini as well. Raj says, what's going on? Don't worry, Raj, we've got you covered. It's the first part of qualifying right now. 10 minutes to go. And I really do think we are going to see some big scalps here. Because the Alpine, sometimes they end up nestled at the bottom. I don't think the Alpines are going to be at the bottom. And I don't think Lance Stroll's going to be at the bottom either. So we're going to see some different drivers mixing it at the lower end of the grid and getting cut out here. Yeah, people saying you've got the max spec car. Track limits here look absolutely brutal because the curbs are all completely flat, and there's like a million miles of runoff. So it's almost, in a racing track sense, it's completely arbitrary that the white line exists. But from a regulations perspective, that will get your whole lap time deleted. So Lando's having to go again. He's on another flyer, but he might be taking a bit more out of his tyres or using another set. As Fernando Alonso goes fastest with a 125.6. Wow. That is 3 seconds quicker, isn't it? I know, Perez has gone quicker now, but it's still over a second quicker than Sergio Perez, for example. So is Charles Leclerc on a lap? Charles Leclerc is on a lap. Keep an eye on Charles Leclerc. And have a think already what the cutoff might be here. Is the cutoff going to be in the mid 26s even? As Leclerc does a 26 dead, and Lando Norris, did he back out? What's Lando Norris going to do? The man who had gone provisionally fastest now has boxed. Did Lando Norris abort that lap? I think Lando aborted that lap and went into the pits, everyone. Welcome to Carthy, welcome to Sri Jelly. Oh, MBR's been in the comments all week. Lord MBR. Yeah, it might be L Plan at the moment. Let us know if you're an Alonso fan in the chat. Nigel hates track limits. George, the answer is 1. But something weird is going on with Lando Norris. That the man who was looking absolutely supreme and basically completely safe is now in the drop zone. So really disastrous run there for Lando Norris. Meanwhile, Logan Sargent with a faster time than Alex Albon. Very interesting. See, as that Fernando Alonso, the 125.6 is obscene. I mean, that's so much quicker than Esteban Ocon. AlphaTauri is saying 126.7 is the call for the cutoff. Let us know in the chat what you think the call for the cutoff is going to be. I'm going to go, I reckon it could be even a 126.6 maybe. Something around there. Sam was supporting Alonso. Welcome to RTR Tempo. So there's some shenanigans in the McLaren garage there, as they're having to change the tyres for Lando and also swapping the tyres off Oscar Piastri's car. Piastri did get his lap in, but I reckon he might be on the cusp. If the track's going to be getting faster as well, as it gets a little bit cooler, I don't know. We will see. Shri saying a 126.5. 126.5 for Shri, right. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this session. So we will see what that means in terms of if anyone's going to try and get another lap in. Looks like the Haas's might be getting some, and the Mercedes doing a different strat as well, like they did in Singapore. 126.5 cut-off, potentially. We'll have to see. The Haas's really don't look super confident, I have to say. I'm on board with Nico Hulkenberg. He's having to have a few little bites at the apex. Oh! Almost loses the back end. So it looks like quite a difficult car to drive around here, the Haas. But Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen doing their best. And Lando Norris, by the way, is now in last place. As Lando Norris... either everyone has beaten him, but I don't think Lawson's on track. So how has Lando Norris ended up in last now? Did he have his other lap time deleted as well? Oscar Piastri lap time deleted. Track limits at turn 12. So both McLarens had lap time deleted, but Piastri obviously had a better backup lap. So Lando is in last place. Could it be disaster? Is it McLaren doing the Ferrari strat, basically? Welcome to Ragavir Das. King Ragavir in the chat. Magic Beans, what's the best value? Moza R5 or Fantet CSL DD? I think the R5 bundle, unless you want to play on console. Pro Street, if you can be in... Oh, some racing going on. I think it's Lewis Hamilton trying to overtake an AlphaTauri. Or maybe it was George Russell on Liam Lawson. Look at Russell, Lawson and Norris on track. These gentlemen need to sort themselves out here. What is going on track? Can you see how close it is between Russell, Lawson and Lando? And Lando can't afford any shenanigans here because he's out on track and he was hoping to get a sneaky lap in and then come in and go for the end. This could be a real disaster for Lando. He's got past Liam Lawson, but it's George Russell about to do a lap with Lando right behind him. As there's a queue on the end of the pit lane, some drivers going very slowly. There's a blue flag at the end, which is why. So you got Russell, Lando, unless he's playing 5D chess here and trying to get the slipstream. And are these drivers going to be able to do a lap and in lap and go out again? I'm not sure. I think this is going to be very close. I think it's going to be very close. We've got Russell, Lando, Liam, Lawson, Hamilton, Logan Sargent and Piastri are going to be setting their times. And then we have another queue starting with the Ferraris as Charles Leclerc overtakes Carlos Sainz. Alex Albon, meanwhile, has had his lap time deleted. So track limits are proving absolutely key here. Ababal saying Russell predicted Lando as the winner of the GP here. Chat, let me know who you think the surprise is. Who's going to get knocked out in Q1? There is only 4 minutes left. Only 4 minutes left. So let's see the sector times. What's George Russell saying? Well, Russell's already in P3. So you think George Russell might be safe, but what about Lando? Lando's on the move. Is Lando catching George Russell? Has Russell backed out? Russell's backed out of the lap. So Russell's backed out. Has that compromised Lando Norris? I don't know. You would say not because Lando's on the fastest Sector 2 out of anyone. Hopefully it's not an issue. Oh, Priyadashini Parmika, thank you so much for the 200 rupees, I'm guessing. And the fox eating a chocolate strawberry. Thanks so much, Priyadashini. Can you get your claps out in the chat, please, for Priyadashini? Absolutely legendary support there. As George Russell sweats his way back to the pit. Very unusual. Very unusual to see. I'm not sure whether it was an issue or not. But I'll let you know. Oh, look at the claps coming out in chat. Awesome. Let me do my part as well. As Lando Norris did return, by the way, to the top of the leaderboards there. Top of the leaderboards for Lando. And Charles Leclerc just behind him. So who is in danger? 2 minutes 48. So people like Lando, they are, unless they're going to do a mad pit stop, I think they're done. I think they're going to be done. Carlos Sainz lap time deleted. So we've got Magnussen at the bottom, which I would expect. Alex Albon might struggle here as well. Guan Yu Zhou. Then Lance Stroll again. I mean, Lance Stroll. Has he lost the confidence since the Singapore accident? Oh, look at the claps out in chat there. Shout out to Priya. Yes, indeed. Priya sitting at the top of our leaderboard. Nico Hulkenberg down there. And Pierre Gasly just sets his lap and goes P6. So, by the way, anyone who said the cutoff was a 126.7, well, that is a cutoff at the moment, but the driver ahead is a 126.2. In fact, no, the cutoff is going to be much lower. The cutoff is going to be much lower than a 26.7. This is pretty crazy scenes right here. So, all these drivers here, it's a very unusual timing session because Lando is done. He doesn't care. Magnussen is not going to be able to get out again. So Magnussen's done. So he didn't go out right at the end. Bottas has made it through. Who on track can actually improve here? Oh no, are they going again? Are they going to do double runs? Are they going to do double runs? They're going to do double runs. My bad. So Magnussen goes, Bottas, Lawson. Hamilton is in danger here. He needs to go again. There's some shenanigan on the start-finish straight. Hulkenberg, surely Piastri's going to pit. Surely Piastri's going to box. Wow, somehow Piastri doesn't box, which I do not understand. I mean, this is a pretty crazy session, everyone, I have to say. It's a pretty crazy session. Look at Magnussen going a 32.2, his personal best. Sergio Perez, meanwhile, is just going to get his lap in. So we've got pretty much everyone out on track apart from Lando Norris, as one of the Alpines went very, very, very wide. Sam has got the support for Alonso. Was it Kevin Magnussen who also went wide? Yeah, Magnussen had a big moment as well. There's quite a lot of traffic. You can see Sergio Perez is going to be... he's finished this time, I think. He's down in P10. 26.2. I think could be vulnerable. I really do. I really do think things could get ugly here. Let's have a look at Kevin Magnussen. This is going to be indicative. So the session is now effectively over because the time is going to go to 0 before Magnussen gets over it. Just saying Lando's a brilliant driver. Let's see where Kevin Magnussen comes in. Can he get himself out of the drop zone? Not really. P17. Valtteri Bottas goes P11 ahead of Hamilton and Tsunoda. What about Lawson? Will he get out? No change for Lawson. Hamilton, will Hamilton improve? It might be touch and go. No, Hamilton doesn't improve, so he's dangerously at risk if anyone behind him can improve. But I'm not sure they will because Guan Yu Zhou doesn't. Hulkenberg up to P9. Wow, where's that come from, Hulkenberg? And keep an eye on Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll could knock out Logan Sargent here. Hamilton is going to be safe, I think. I think Hamilton's going to be safe here. As Carlos Sainz goes over. Keep an eye on Lance Stroll, who doesn't really improve that much anyway. So there we have it, everyone. No, there's no one behind now who's going to be able to improve. I don't think... Is Albon still on the lap? Well, actually, keep an eye on Alex Albon. Because at the moment, he's in the drop zone. So can Alex Albon get ahead of Logan Sargent? Albon is still on the move, everyone. Albon's still on the move. What's Albon going to do?
Yep.
Goes over the line and does go ahead of Logan Sargent. So sorry. So yeah, that was a last minute, a last second lap there for Alex Albon. And again, Lance Stroll is out. Again, everyone. Oh, there we go. That's better. Well, what do we think about that? So unfortunately, Liam Lawson not getting through to Q2 this time. No worries, Kenshin, and welcome to Berkey. George saying track evolution was predicted to be high because of low running and dust. I found that when I was racing in Spain yesterday, because it's very dusty at the moment because of the winds coming over from Africa. That at the beginning of the day, very dusty, but during halfway through the day, the dust has gone much quicker track. Jess is supporting Lando. By the way, if you're supporting the stream, please do me a favour. Please hit that like button right now. We can get to 100 likes, and also hit the share button. If you don't mind sharing the stream, underneath the stream there'll be a red button saying share. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever your platform is. Share the stream as we're going to go through here, because Max Verstappen, by the way, amongst all of that, did go up to the top, but Fernando Alonso and Lando Norris are right behind him. As we have to say is Oscar Piastri, and George Russell isn't too far off as well. And maybe the Alpines can eke a little bit out in addition, but Lance Stroll, I mean, that car is capable of so much more. And I'm not one of the people that says Lance Stroll's not a quick driver. I think Lance Stroll is a quick driver, but he's just not in. He's not confident at the moment. He's lost all confidence in the car, it seems. Alfaro is saying no surprises for Q1. I think I broadly agree with you, except I would say Bottas getting out is you know, great drive from him. But what is Lance Stroll doing down there? Pro Street, I still think Mercedes got Ferrari'd. Wow, conspiracy theory there. That is a conspiracy. Scott is saying Lance is scared. What do we think, chat? Let us know what you think. As everyone's just going to cool off a bit, and then we're going to go again for Q2. Welcome to Agent AA, a Secret Service agent in the chat. Max Verstappen top of the tile. Sergio Perez down in P11. That's a familiar tale, isn't it? And the cutoff in the end was a 26.1 was the time you needed. A 26.1, so... Wow, remember, wasn't Sergio Perez's first lap of 28? Shows how much it changed. Very, very, very different. Oh, I'm on top chat. I'm on the old top chat. Davina saying Stroll's washed. I think we can very confidently say that Stroll is a bit washed now. Alfa Stroll just taking it easy. Stroll's phoning it in right now, possibly. Light Blink lives in Qatar. Congratulations, my friend. George, Hulkenberg is a bit of a surprise. Yeah, Hulkenberg in Montreal. Didn't he qualify P2, but then got the penalty, if I remember. Let's change this around here. Bear with me. Can't see anything because my straws are in the way. Still some time for some last minute lap time deletions as well, potentially. But Lando Norris clearly got pace, but it was a very difficult qualifying session. It says, is this an advert for the F1 arcade? I still have the most popular video on YouTube on the F1 arcade, and I slated them. By the way, this stream is still unsponsored. We're literally beholden to no sponsors, so we can say whatever we want. Formula 1 is way too expensive and it's pricing out average fans. You're not going to get enough new fans into Formula 1 because it's just too damn expensive. The tickets are expensive, the subscriptions are expensive. Not good enough. Welcome to Clack D and to the Unreal Killers. Scott saying he doesn't want the smoke. I'm not sure about that. So if you're just joining us, we're getting ready for Q2 now. There's some work being done on Lewis Hamilton's cars, all within their car, all within part of firmware conditions. Cake would sponsor if I have the money. Don't worry, unless you got a product. It looks like we're sponsored by Xbox. Maybe that's the 4D chess. Maybe that's the 4D chess. Hamilton, Tsunoda, Lawson, Piastri. Instant noted, which I think means they've just been like, yeah, we're not going to penalise you. Some Lando supporters there at the track. Ababal saying, good to see Red Bull organised by a car number. Yes, Verstappen 1, Perez 11th. Does indicate their average qualifying position. Jess is excited for Q2. George saying, Hulkenberg in a Haas is faster than Perez in a championship winning car. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Hulkenberg to Red Bull. Perez to Haas. How washed would Perez be in an average car right now? What would happen if you put Perez in a Haas? What would happen, chat? Jess has got a ticket to Silverstone. Very nice. Let us know what grandstand you went for. I know the tickets came out last week or a week before. The fans go mild at Qatar. Qatar GP. As we get to the tail end of the season now, that I'm sure Formula 1 would have expected there to be a title challenge, but there isn't. So they'll find some way to nerf Red Bull in an artificial manner to try and artificially create some excitement. Welcome KCR Kip, good to see you. The man with the liveries. There's a KCR livery in the picture there. Lee says Perez to Aston. Swap with Lance. as we're almost ready for Q2, everyone. In fact, yes, Piastri's out. It's a quick qualifying session today. This is setting the grid for the sprint race tomorrow. So we'll, I think, does it? Will be, or this for the race? I don't know. There's a sprint shoot. I'm streaming a sprint shootout tomorrow. Can anyone explain to me what a sprint shootout is? Pro Seat's going to do Circuit of the Americas and the Mexican GP, doing the double. Doing the double there. The Tex-Mex double, isn't it? Is that literally what it is? So we'll have Alex Albon in here, Lewis Hamilton, Tsunoda, Perez, Gasly, George Russell, Max Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas. If Verstappen get a lap time deleted, or is it just reset? I think it's just reset, hasn't it? Yeah. Elite Brands is watching from Malawi. Very nice. The car's now out on track. Welcome to Remus. Oh, the sprint shootout is a sprint quali. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Well then, Nigel, they should have swapped him with Liam Lawson. That's what Red Bull would have done in years gone by. They would have just done a swap. Like when they swapped out Kireth, didn't they swap out Albon? Or they just dropped Albon straight, didn't they? They swapped Gasly, though. Put him back in. So I wonder what times we will see here in Q2. Remember, only the top 10 will make it through to the shootout, and as AlphaTauri has explained, this is going to be the qualifying for the race, because that was a bit controversial before, having the qualifying being for the sprint. Kaj is chilling in Thailand. Very nice. Jess is getting maybe too excited, I have to say. Calm down. So, what's the movers and shakers as we have Oscar Piastri setting the fast... Well, Esteban Ocon, on his outlap, went purple in those two sectors, but those are basically outlap sectors at the moment because no one's done a flying sector 2. That's how it works. It's like Gran Turismo. Welcome, David and Cyan. So what can Oscar Piastri do in sector 2? Well, he's hitting some traffic here. In fact, he's going to have to get past Max Verstappen. So he gets past Max Verstappen, 29.0 in sector 2. What are we expecting from the rookie from Australia, who is all contracted up to 2025, I believe? Here goes Piastri, ran last corner over the start, finish straight, and it is going to be a 125.7 for Oscar, but Valtteri Bottas went faster in sector 2. So keep an eye, weirdly, on Valtteri Bottas here. Could be on an absolute mad one. Keep an eye on Valtteri Bottas, everyone. P3 for Bottas, but he's right up there. And the Alpines could be movers and shakers as well. So we'll see. Max Verstappen is looking absolutely ominous here on this lap. Wonder if he might have to deal with some Mercedes traffic, though. No worries, Jess. Let us know in the chat who you're supporting, by the way. Let us know who you're supporting. As Verstappen does a 31.1 in sector 1, which is 0.6 faster than Valtteri Bottas. So Max Verstappen is absolutely on the move. And you think the Red Bull would be very good in sector 2 as well. Let's have a look. What's the time in sector 2 for Max Verstappen going to be? It is a 28.8. Wow, look at Nico Hulkenberg going up into P3 and Charles Leclerc is in P1. Pierre Gasly now provisionally P1 in this Q2. But what is Max Verstappen going to do here? He's 0.4 quicker than Gasly in the first sector. He's a 10th slower in the second. And it looks like he's going to be miles faster in the third. So you can expect Max Verstappen imminently to go up to the top of the leaderboards here in Q2. And yet he does with the first 24, I believe, a 24.7. So in the end, he's half a second quicker than Pierre Gasly. But what a mix after Max Verstappen here. Rooker is supporting Verstappen, users McLaren, Kate, Hamilton, Arnie, Lando. Leads all the Brits. Cat supporting the birthday boy, very nice. Yuki Tsunoda goes into P4, by the way. So I'm keeping an eye on Perez here. Keep an eye on Perez in the Red Bull. Is Perez going to make it through to Q3? I think Perez is actually in danger here. I've got to be honest. I think Perez could actually be in danger. Let's find out. It's a 31.4 in Sector 1, which is similar to Lando. Has Lando had a lap time deleted as well? I'm not sure. Has he just not gone over yet? No, he might have had lap time deleted again. I think Lando might have had deleted. Have a look at Sergio Perez. He's going to go over the line. What's it going to be for Sergio Perez? He goes P5 at the moment at 25.4, but I'm not sure that's going to cut it. What about George Russell as well? George Russell and then Lewis Hamilton. And Gasly's he's on an in lap. So here comes George Russell. Did the fastest Sector 2 out of anyone? Russell goes P2, everyone. So it's a real mix at the top. And here comes Lewis Hamilton. Will Hamilton slot up there in the top 2, 3, 4? Yes, he does. P3 for Lewis Hamilton. Okay. So we got Alex Albon, who's on his flying lap now. In fact, he's the only driver on track on a flying lap. So doing a bit of a different strategy to everyone else. Why Sergio Perez did not come in unless I feel like he finished his lap ages ago, but I might be wrong here. That's what I thought. I thought Perez finished his lap ages ago. I don't know why Perez is still out on track. Let me know if I'm being really stupid. Unless he's already been in and he's coming out again. I'm not sure. Chat, help me out on that one. Why is Sergio Perez still on track? But Lando Norris must have had a lap time deleted because he's down in P14. So again, Lando is really pushing it on the track limits. He'll look like a genius if he pulls it off, and he'll look like an absolute idiot if he doesn't. Ferrison could be a controversial end to Q2. It could indeed. This could be decided by a track limit decision, actually. But it seems to be very, 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 very clear white line. Jess supporting Lando, but Jess, your man is not doing so well, I have to say. Angie supporting Max. Sainz supporting Hulkenberg. Edgar, Lewis Hamilton. Oh, Esteban Ocon. Which was just keeping it on track there. With regards to track limits. Carlos Sainz is out as well. Why is Carlos Sainz out on track? 6.5 minutes to go, so most drivers are just going to do one more run. But there's some drivers here and another little strategy, like George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. Ah, they're boxing. Hamilton will be boxing as well. There we go. So Lando, he cannot afford a single mistake now on this flying lap. That's the position he's in, where he's left himself in. And Carlos Sainz as well with an issue. He's down in P13. Welcome to Janusz Suliga. David Perez feels sorry for the other teams to go slow to make him win. I'm not sure that's how it works in Formula 1, mate. There's no participation medals here. Right, Carlos Sainz is on a flyer now, so he's doing a different strategy. I don't think he's going to have time to do another lap at the end. In fact, Oscar Piastri is out as well. Will we see Lando? Does that mean Carlos Sainz is going to come out in traffic? I'm not sure. Yeah, there's Lando. So keep an eye on Lando, everyone. Lando cannot afford to make a single mistake here. Lando is out now on his out lap, so he's getting ready to do his flying lap. That's what's happening with our friend Lando Norris.
Yellow, back, front, yellow.
So some interesting strategies. Meanwhile, Piastri is also currently out of the positions. The cars are doing almost 200 miles an hour at the end of the speed trap. So here comes Oscar Piastri with Lando Norris a few seconds behind him. And Charles Leclerc, meanwhile, is on his flying lap, and it doesn't look to be an absolute stunner. In fact, I think he's made a big mess of it, and he'll need to abort because that first sector is a second slower than George Russell and Hamilton. So unless that is the pace, no, it's not. So Charles Leclerc has made a mistake in Sector 1, unfortunately for him. Charles Leclerc could be in big trouble here because he's in P6 and only the top 10 are going to go through. So keep an eye on Charles Leclerc. He probably abort and will come in and go out again, actually. I'm not sure what's going on with Carlos Sainz here. Why is Carlos Sainz seem to be moving quite slowly? And still down in P13. What is going on with the Ferraris? I'm on board here with Charles Leclerc, seeing what the mistake was. Oh, he got a bit of a counter steer moment and went straight off the track. I think it would have been a track limit. But what is going on with Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc? So, and why did Charles Leclerc not abort that lap? Do they have enough fuel? They're just gonna. This is just another out lap for them, effectively. So, Ferrari really made a mess of this. Ferrari might have messed this up massively, I have to say. Here comes Oscar Piastri, though. He'll want to get well into the top 10. And in fact, he goes fastest. It's a nice job. Succeeded. And Lando Norris will surely be there or thereabouts. Keep an eye on Lando. Yeah, so the McLaren have done what they needed to do. Which they've got their time, so they don't need to worry now, because you'd think they're going to be safe with a 124.6 and a 124.7. Meanwhile, Verstappen's in P3 and he is in and around the Ferraris. So I think we're going to see the Ferraris. They didn't come in to change their tyres. They're just going to go around again. But there's a bit of jostling between Verstappen and Carlos Sainz. A little bit of fun and games. Welcome to Tory Horton. So here we go. We have Charles Leclerc, Verstappen. And by the way, if they need to, they will get another lap as well. If they absolutely need to, if the tyres will handle it. Because, you know, each lap you take on the tyres, they're not going to be at their optimal condition. Temperature-wise, not really dead, but just temperature-wise. They'll be overheated. So, it'll be Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz. Then comes Nico Hulkenberg. Can he get into Q3, as he's done quite a few times this season? And then we've got Valtteri, Bottas, and then Sergio Perez. Big pressure for Perez here, because he seems to be kind of on the cusp with his usual pace. And he'll want to go into the top 10 for sure. So not everyone's going to fit in that top 10. You'd imagine we'd lose Albon. You'd imagine we'd lose Bottas. And maybe Snowder as well. But let's see. Welcome to Dara, Rene, and the original Ginger. No imitations here. Is anyone going to make a mistake? It's unlikely we get a red flag or anything, but you never know. So much runoff here. Obviously, for the MotoGP, that's very important. I'm looking at a replay of Max Verstappen. I think there was fun and games with Carlos Sainz, as I predicted. Yeah, basically, Carlos Sainz defended from Max Verstappen. Yeah, Max Verstappen saying, why is he defending? Almost crashed into him. And Verstappen had to get past Hamilton here as well. I think the Ferraris are in a real mess here. I think Charles Leclerc has bottled it again. So Verstappen goes over and he's going to solidify. Yeah, he goes fastest. Hamilton's starting his lap. Keep an eye on Carlos Sainz, because if Carlos Sainz does not go in the top 10 here, Carlos Sainz is pretty much screwed. And he's P9. So Carlos Sainz is in big trouble. Carlos Sainz is in big trouble here. And Charles Leclerc is going to have to go again as well. Nico Hulkenberg did not get in the top 10. Alex Albon is out, essentially. I don't know if some of these drivers are going to try and chance it again, because they're technically within time. Sergio Perez did not improve as well. So, hang on. Is there anyone capable of knocking out drivers in the top 10 here? Well, Alex Albon is going again. Esteban Ocon, I would be amazed if Ocon does not get up there. So you'd assume Ocon's going to go. Piastri surely is boxing. In fact, it looks like Piastri, it looks like both McLaren, everyone has gone again pretty much. Apart from Carlos Sainz, who was the driver that needed to go again. It seems like a bit of a calamity here for a lot of drivers. So Piastri and Norris do go over the line, even though they're safe. Let's keep an eye on Esteban Ocon. Yeah, there goes Ocon into P5, so Perez is now on the cusp here. But is there anyone who could knock him out? The only driver that can knock Sergio Perez out is Alex Albon. But Alex Albon would need to find... Oh, Perez is... Lap time deleted for Perez. It must be a lap time deletion for Perez down to P13. So, disaster for Perez there. And I think that means Alonso will be safe. And so we're going to lose Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez here in Q2 in Qatar. So it must be a lap time deletion for Sergio Perez. Must be. Yeah, Jay, the McLaren's doing really well. They just seem that their strategy of coming out earlier just seems to have worked. What Ferrari have managed to do here with Carlos Sainz just honestly boggles my mind as he boxes. And where is Alex Albon? Alex Albon just gave up as well. There was no point. So after all that, we're going to lose Hulkenberg, which you might expect, Alex Albon, which you might expect, Bottas you might expect, and no, we don't lose Bottas. Bottas makes it through into Q3 in the Alfa Romeo. How has Valtteri Bottas, as the Williams drivers, don't look too happy? Maybe Alex Albon made a mistake in Q3 or something, because the Williams mechanics looking a bit concerned about something. But how has Valtteri Bottas managed to get through and Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez haven't? Can someone in chat just explain that to me, please? Welcome F1 fans. Welcome Jay, Soldat, Cupra, Jan, George, Alfarius, Edgar, Jess, Milk, Ababul, Arseems, Super, and Nigel as well. So, yeah, Hamilton, by the way, at 24.3. It was secret Hamilton. I didn't even see the hammer time amongst everything else going on. I think Charles Leclerc can count himself a little bit lucky. Alonso had some time in the bag, did a mega sector 1, and then backed out. It could be a very tasty fight here for pole position in the race, in the feature race, as Sergio Perez gets carted back in the pit. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen multiple drivers absolutely drop off like this in the season. I feel like Lance Stroll, Sergio Perez. I mean, how Carlos Sainz is there, I don't know. That's sort of his fault. Oh, God, no. My, do a straw transfusion here. That straw probably melted. It's probably got quite hot in there. Science is a Lewis pole. I mean, it could happen. It could happen, everyone. It could happen. So I predicted we might have some scalps in Q1. We didn't really. We lost Lance Stroll, but they did come in Q2 with Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez. But like I predicted, I think that's because the Alpines are just quite strong here. So with the Alpines being strong, I mean, Alonso is right on the cusp, but I think he must have messed up a lap. The McLarens look strong, as they have done for many races now. And then you've got Lewis Hamilton, who managed to, out of nowhere, pit Max Verstappen. How much does Max Verstappen have in reserve? We will see. What happened to Checo? He's absolutely washed. Lee saying he's a fun chase to pole. Max Verstappen chat as well. Right, chat, who do we think is going to get pole position here? Who's going to get pole position? Let me know in the chat. I'm interested. I'm very interested for this one. And it's a bumper weekend of Formula 1 on the channel. You got me for the sprint tomorrow. And the sprint shootout, whatever that is. And you got me for the race as well. So, lots of F1 coming up. Also, there'll be some highlights of my real world racing, which we'll get out. Maybe we'll put that on the Motorsport channel. We'll see. Black Beer is a Red Bull fan and agrees. Milk says Verstappen. Olivier saying Max. Nigel Lewis. Cooper reporting it was track limits in turn 5. Jay saying Piastri. Good shout. Yeah, George, maybe he's getting those difficulty Forza points. Raggle saying Lewis or Leclerc. Natasha saying Max. Jay saying Piastri. Mark saying Piastri gets pole. Oh, wow, okay, a lot of people coming in for Piastri. Edgar saying Sir Lewis Hamilton. Jay's got the stream on at work on a Friday. Milk saying Piastri. Arnie saying Lando and Piastri. Iron saying Piastri. Hang on a second. We've got a groundswell for Piastri. Meanwhile, Lance Stroll having a bit of a strop, pushing his engineer out the way and punching his engineer, I think. He punched his engineer? think Lance Stroll just punched his engineer. This is the beginning of a very big story. He's now being interviewed. Lance, why did you punch your engineer? Lance Stroll doesn't give a anymore. I mean, he looks like he really doesn't care. I can't hear what he's saying, but his body language is like, I just don't care. In fact, he didn't even give an interview, so there was nothing to lose in the interview. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz looks confused. I wonder if he's still in the car. He is still in the car, just in case there are some track limits. So they've kept Carlos Sainz in the car, I think like they did with Liam Lawson last week. Just going to look again at the slow-mo. So his engineer pointed at him, Lance Stroll pushed him, and as he went round the back, was it a left hook? No, it was a body. It was a right hook to the body. Lance Stroll, slow-mo now on Sky. Yeah, right hook, just like Lance Stroll. Hope it wasn't the bad wrist. Chat, who do we back in a fight? Lance Stroll or his engineer? His engineer was wearing glasses. George says, Daddy will sack you for hurting my hand is what I predict he was saying. Lance Stroll is speedrunning the how to become the arch nemesis of every F1 fan strat. Scott Stanford saying, spoiled brat. Jeff Bezos has rolled in. Jeff, do you want to sponsor this stream? Saying that's a dub for Stroll. Dee saying engineer, Jay saying engineer. We've got to get an official poll up. It's pollable. It's pollable. Who wins? There we go. Let us know what you think. So I'll reenact it like charades. So Lance Stroll's coming out of the car. Where are my gloves? My gloves? My racing gloves. I have them here. Lance Stroll comes out of the car. He's taking off his gloves, got the helmet on. His engineer goes like that. And I wonder if his engineer was saying, I told you. By the way, I need to restart this. Hang on a second. Can someone else describe it as well? Can someone else describe it? Let me just restart this because Q3 has just started.
Radio check, radio check.
Yeah, radio check.
Welcome, Fafnir. Yeah, so his engineer's going like I think like I told you, and Lance Stroll pushes him. And he says I told you, and his engineer puts his arm out to sort of say don't go anywhere, I want to talk to you. And Lance Stroll pushes him away. Then the engineer sort of gets ahead of Lance Stroll as they go behind, where if you've seen any of my behind the scenes in motorsport, you'll know that sort of space they have. It's not very glamorous. And then that's when Lance Stroll just with the right hand, it's the hook. Bosh, like that. Welcome to Chippinator Tony, Joey, MVV. Come on, with 96 likes, we can get up to 100 likes, everyone. We're here for Q3. This is it. This is the top 10 shootout now. Katie says, welcome new F1 fans. AlphaTauri saying Stroll's engineer would take a dive for the money. I smell a lawsuit there. Well, Stroll's engineer is winning the poll at the moment. Handily, I have to say. Okay, here we go. Lando Norris then is going to start his flying lap. And he's well ahead, actually. It's surprising to see a driver that far ahead. If I think wasn't Bottas? Yeah, sorry, Bottas was the first driver. He's going to have to get past Max Verstappen here. It's great to have some just TV time for Alfa Romeo. Team that will become Audi in a couple of years' time. Lance Stroll looks like a seaboat captain. I have no idea what that means. DD saying now Russell pole, but you were saying Piastri pole earlier, weren't you? Bill says, love how we all just agreed that Stroll will be bodied. Yes. Right, here comes Valtteri Bottas. Was it going to be a 24 or a 25? It's a 25.5. That ain't going to cut it. So let's keep an eye on Lando Norris now. We will see a provisional pole time in this bit, but this could actually be the pole time, depending on what happens after. Oh, salty. Okay. Cooper saying Lance has been... Charles been doing some drifting. So Lando getting past Charles Leclerc. Thank you, Soldat. Oh, we hit 100 likes. Absolutely mega. Huge. On a Friday night stream as well. So here comes Lando Norris. Around the last corner. It's Alonso was ahead though. Alonso. That's a 25.5. 2, sorry. But what about Lando? Where's Lando? Yeah, 24 point dead. There we go. That's a proper lap. 24 point dead from Lando. But you got Max Verstappen on the move, and Max Verstappen has gone 3/10 quicker in Sector 1 alone. So Max Verstappen is 3/10 up on that time. Here comes Oscar Piastri. Piastri, can he get anywhere near... Oh, lap time deleted for Lando. Lap time deleted for Lando. So 24.5. That's half a second slower than Lando was, but Lando's had his lap time deleted. Big drama here. Imagine if that would have been the pole time. What about Max Verstappen? Can he go in the 23s? Can Verstappen go in the 23s here? I think he'd be very close. Yes, he can. Oh, 20. Oh, it's over. It's done. 23.7. Wrap it up, everyone. Let's go home. 23.7. I'll be amazed if anyone can match that. That is almost a second quicker than Oscar Piastri in second. Almost a second quicker. Verstappen's got the pace in the bag, my friends. Right, what about Lewis Hamilton? Who wasn't Hamilton in the 23s? Actually, in Q2, can Hamilton go close? George Russell certainly can't. What about Lewis Hamilton? Around the last corner we go. Lewis Hamilton is going to set a 24.3. Is nowhere close. Remember, Lando was a 24 dead. So Lando still needs to find more than 2/10. Roy saying Hamilton pole incoming. I'm not sure about that, Roy. But maybe you can look like a genius here. Might look like a genius. Right, what's going on? Lando again. I mean, that must be his 4th deleted lap time of the day. Lando Norris, what are you doing? White lines. He's obviously pushing it. He might be really pushing it because he thinks he can really get a pole. Pro saying Hamilton did 24 session. Black, I don't understand why lap times have been deleted so massive. The reason why lap times have been deleted a lot today is because this is not a street circuit. So you can go wide on the corners. There's no jeopardy. And it's all flat off the white line. As you can see there, that's Bahrain. But there's no inherent penalty to going wide. So drivers are really pushing it. In Monaco, you can't really go wide. Doesn't work that way. Will Verstappen get that lap time deleted? That would be drama, wouldn't it? For the banter, I think they should do that. So everyone's going to come in now. There's no one on the fast lap. So everyone's going to come in. Our top 10 at the moment is Verstappen, Hamilton, Russell, Piastri, Leclerc, Ocon, Alonso, Gasly, Bottas and Lando. Keep an eye on Alonso. What can Alonso pull out the bag here? I'm looking at Charles Leclerc. Oh, again. Oh, almost losing that back end again, like we saw before. And getting a track limit penalty. Oh, he backed out in the end. Abel saying, good to see Russell is unicycle. Lewis doing well here. Wow, okay. So everyone is now in the pits. Having a look at Charles Leclerc again. Who may have been impeded. Oh, Lando may have impeded the Ferrari. His engineer saying sorry. So maybe Lando's and Charles Leclerc is having the worst time. That car, I would not be surprised to see that Ferrari going backwards in his last push lap here. Because it looks very low downforce. Fair play to Charles Leclerc. He's having to drive at insane speeds and try and keep the thing pulling forwards. We'll see, Bob. We'll see when we look at the full stuff. Lots more content coming for us there. George saying there might be 0.5 seconds. I reckon there could be even 5 seconds. Shri saying grid penalties incoming. Well, Lando, can you imagine if Lando gets another lap time deleted and gets a 5 plays grid penalty and starts in P15, having been basically almost fastest? I'm on board here with Lando. So I want to see. I'm on board with him looking forward. He was on the push lap on the one I'm looking. It must be the deleted. Charles Leclerc had lap time deleted as well, but he's still in P5, interestingly. Just don't understand. Looking to Ivan, Kryptonals, Jessie May and Susan. Double team there. Rikes and Ryan. I've got a video, lots of Forza videos coming, my friends. Carl's got the Verstappen kick in the car, but Verstappen at the moment is exiting the pits to do his last run. Didi says, what do you think about the Alpine team tension? It's just French stuff, isn't it, really? Just French things. Milk's worried about Lando now. I think you should be worried. Right, here we go. Everyone, it is Q1. All the cars are coming out. Let us know right now in the chat. Let us know who thinks is going to get pole position. Who's going to get pole position? Put it in the chat right now, as it's really backed up in the pits. Really backed up. There's cars that are in the queue. May as well stayed in their box. Nice and cool. So, I mean, it has to be Verstappen, doesn't it? It has to be Verstappen. No worries, Carl. Good to see you, man. Bob says Stroll is going to punch his dad and tell you he's not going to be taking over anyone with a punch like that. Ivan says anyone who thinks the cars of Verstappen and Perez are the same is an idiot. A bit harsh, Ivan. Thank you for the subscription. Jay saying Piastri, Vlad has gone Max, Hamilton, Norris. Milk says Max, J Max. Apple Odd says Max. Uday saying me. Oh man, yesterday I was racing cars for real. It's so addictive, I have to say. Welcome to Rachel. Is it Ladies' Day today? Friday night. Noah saying Lando. Charlotte saying Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton. Corey saying Verstappen pole due to Norris penalty. I don't think Norris... How many more penalties can Lando get, frankly? Carl says Ferrari ding back, not on Ferrari close. Carl, you know how this works, actually. You've spotted it, haven't you? Mr. Amazing Gary to Stroll off to WC or IMSA. We will see. But first of all, let's see what's going to happen here, because Carl's going over the line. So we've got Fernando Alonso. Oh, hang on a second. Is Fernando Alonso on the move? Is Fernando Alonso on the move down the first part of Sector 1? Maybe that is a very rapid car. Low downforce. Let's see what Alonso can do. Can ignore Valtteri Bottas. What about Charles Leclerc? Charles Leclerc with a 31.1 in Sector 1. So keep an eye on Fernando Alonso. 31 dead for Alonso. Meanwhile, Verstappen is just going to get over the line, isn't he? Verstappen is going to be the last driver to set his lap. Unless Bottas fancies another crack. So, Lando Norris. Oh, 30.9 for Lando. So, 30.9 in Sector 1 for Lando. What about Esteban, Ocon? What did Ocon do? No, not going to cut it for Ocon. What can George Russell do in Sector 1? Now I'm going to call everything over the line. So, George Russell, a 31 dead. Right, here we go. Charles Leclerc over the line. It looks like a bit of a mix snap. It looks like he's struggled again in some of the high-speed corners to get that back end in. Can Charles Leclerc improve? I mean, fair play, he's in P4. So he's going to stay in P4 with that lap for the moment. What about Fernando Alonso? Keep an eye on Alonso here. Alonso goes P3, 24.3. Now here comes Lando. These are the last laps, by the way. Lando goes P2, 24.0. He does get the 24.0 lap in. And now Esteban Ocon, isn't going to be surprised for Ocon? No, it isn't. Anyone else improve? Verstappen's in. Verstappen didn't even set a lap time. Verstappen didn't even do the last one. So it's basically Piastri. But I think Piastri's had a disastrous sector. George Russell. What can Russell do? Russell goes P3. And Hamilton... Looks like Hamilton's backed out as well. Hamilton's backed out. Issue for Hamilton, maybe? What about Pierre Gasly? It's only Piastri and Gasly really on the laps. Piastri goes P4. So it's starting to settle in now. It's starting to settle. We just got to see Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly, what can he do? I'm probably going to stay near enough. Yeah, P8. Wow, so there we go. Alonso went up there, but then it all chopped and changed. But no one else could get in the 23s. Max Verstappen was a cool cucumber and didn't even do his last lap. He was that far ahead. Yeah, Lance Stroll just punched Lawrence Stroll in the pits. And Hamilton aborted as well. So interesting that Hamilton aborted when you feel like Hamilton could potentially have stuck into P3 there. Wow. Are we going to see any track limits? MV saying track limits. People saying Lando could have been track limits. Well, let's keep an eye on it, everyone. Let's keep an eye. People in chat saying Lando could be done for track limits. Let's keep an eye on it. I mean, his form precedes him. He can't exactly put his hands up and say, hey, it's not like me to get a track limits here like they do in football. It's not in his nature. No, it is in his nature because he's got 1 billion track limits today. So is he going to get another track limit? That would promote George Russell to the front row of the grid. We will see. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc, that Ferrari looks an absolute handful, I have to say. And the Alpines, I think, flattered to deceive here. But that McLaren clearly has some pace. But I have to say, I think if we're going to... Well, we'll see what happens in the sprint shootout qualifying. You'd imagine it'd be pretty close repeat of this. I'm on board with Lando here. I'm on board with Lando. Hasn't been deleted so far, I can see. Oh, he had a moment. I think this is track limits. I think this is track limits. Because he had a little correction. Oh, no. Yeah, massive. No, it's gone. That's track limits. That's track limits. Lando's done. Lando will be P10, won't he? Oh, Verstappen. Oh, that's why Verstappen didn't set a lap. Verstappen got track limits. And was it the same for Hamilton? I'm going to assume it was the same for Hamilton. Oh, Hamilton almost lost it where Charles Leclerc has been struggling so much. That's why Hamilton aborted. Because Hamilton basically lost the back end. So Max Verstappen, there was no point in setting a lap. But Lando Norris needs to have that time DQ'd. So if Lando does not get that time DQ'd, this is a massive issue. So keep an eye on the standings, everyone. No, Lewis is not going to be P1, Travis Scott. Lewis is sulking a little bit because I think Lewis potentially was on a good lap. Don't know why he's talking so much. 28.437. I mean, he was there. He was there or thereabout. I mean, yeah, it was very close. If you look at the sec times, it was very, very close. In fact, somehow, that must have been the first lap. I mean, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't finish that lap, did he? So, Mohammed bin Suleiman has just congratulated Lando Norris, but Lando Norris needs to get that lap time deleted. This is. It's going to be pretty disgraceful if he doesn't, because that was clearly over the white line. So what is going on here? George saying not all corners are monitored, but that is a clear track limit because he gained time. The reason why, if he was not going to go over track limits, he would have needed to counter steer more, and he would have lost time. So the fact he didn't do that meant he's gained an unfair advantage in qualifying terms. As Max swigs some water, that is, they pretend is Red Bull, but it's actually water. Welcome, Ryan. Let us know how it was in Japan. Get some nice photos. Lando's parked his car in the P2 slot. There we go. Lando Norris lap time deleted. He's down in P10. That is a... And he walks off now. That is a disaster. Russell sweating around. That is a real... I'm going to be harsh because I was racing yesterday. That is really lack of discipline by Lando Norris there. Real lack of discipline. He had many opportunities here, and he's got track limits way too often. It's really poor by Lando. It's really poor. And this can be really costly for McLaren as well. Oh, very nice, Ryan. TV, yeah, you can drop some likes in. Drop some likes in. It's Naomi Schiff doing the post-race interviews here in Qatar. Noah's MV33. What about Verstappen? Verstappen's fine. Verstappen's second lap, he went over track limits. That's why he aborted it. But his first lap was good enough. When I saw the 23.7, I called it. I was like, this is done. This is done. We may as well just go home. There was a small incident. Subscriber count, we'll get it up for tomorrow. So it's a bit of a rush today because it's a Friday evening. But tomorrow we'll be able to get it all a bit stretched out. What's up with the poll? What do you mean? Granny type, if I was in turn 5, I'd give him the benefit of the doubt. No, I think he's had enough benefits of the doubt. I mean, it's pretty simple here. We all, if you're a race driver, you know it. It's like, I was racing last weekend, and it was like, yeah, just you don't go on the curbs. Sometimes it's 2 wheels on the curb, sometimes it's white line, sometimes it's don't use the curbs. And you have to counter steer more. It compromises your exit. You can't let the wheel run free. But we all remember like Bahrain a few years ago where they used to just go completely off the track. Do you remember? Welcome, Harry. Good to see you. Davina, what corner is Norris breaking limits on? Is it turn 5? Is that the one? It's the exit of a fast left-hander. Yeah, these are the final times at the moment. Obviously, when I stream tomorrow, I'll let you know if anything changes. By the way, keep an eye out for... I'll schedule all the streams. We'll do sprint shootout, sprint, and then we'll do the race on Sunday. So lots of F1 content coming, which is awesome to do. 8,000 people have passed through today, which is absolutely mad. Jay, if Verstappen had his lap time deleted, Josh would have punched him. Wow. Mark Webber giving some advice to Max Verstappen. Driver manager of Oscar Piastri. Cooper, explain why did the pole position try to engineer? Stroll weirdly just punched his engineer in the pits. So we're trying to put it on pay-per-view. George Russell looks surprised that Lando got disqualified. That'll be a memed moment for sure. The F1 social media admin is rubbing their hands with glee. Oh, Gurney's saying it's 10-11. 10-11 confirmed. Black is going to be tomorrow. Let us know in the chat. Are you going to be here tomorrow? Let us know in the chat if you're going to be here for the streams tomorrow. It'd be great to have you on board. And what team shirt should I wear? Maybe we'll do a poll on that. Red Panda supporting the red team, but not a great day for Ferrari. The car looks very difficult to drive. I think Ferrari might be at risk from the Alpines here. I really do. And you've got Lando coming up. Milk's going to be here. Ryan, yes, Jay, the whole crew. Kate's going to be here. 10 minutes is going to be here. Love it. It's going to be fun. I have to have a look at the times. We'll start early. I like starting the streams early. It just helps settle in, get everything ready, and do the build-up for the race. It's just drama. Some drama happening? What's this about? Piastri deleted. 24.2 deleted for Has Piastri been deleted? Hang on, whoa. I just got a message saying Piastri's lap time's been deleted as he's giving the interview. As he's giving the interview for P3. What's going on here? Are they going to tell him as he's being interviewed? Hang on, whoa, chat. All my friends are telling me that his lap time's been deleted. They might be telling him right now. What an all, he just took it like a champ though. I believe that might have happened. I'm hearing Oscar Piastri, lap time deleted. Chat, can we confirm? Oscar Piastri, lap time deleted. That would promote Lewis Hamilton up to P3. Chat, can we confirm? Can we confirm? I saw it flash up as he was giving his interview, saying, Oscar, great qualifying there. How do you feel qualifying P3? Oh, I feel great. It's absolutely amazing. It's my dream country to finish P3 here. Oh, actually, Oscar, you've just been disqualified, so. Black saying that's sick timing when to tell him. Olivier's not happy. I mean, a lot of people, we had Piastri down for pole, didn't we? I'm on board now with Piastri. I'm having a look. Where was it? Oh, he's well over. He's well. Hang on. Whoa. I think if they're going to. Oh, Piastri's doing it. He's in the P3 photo now. He's doing the P3 photo. It's madness. As Max Verstappen signs the mini wheel. In fact, I think he just tells the Pirelli guy to sign it. So, where's that going to put? Where is that going to put Piastri? Chat, where's that going to put Piastri? Like, where does he go down to? Will says just let him have it. Chat, does anyone know where that's going to put Piastri down to? Might promote Alonso to the second row of the grid. P10. No, but Lando's P10. Did they get... His first lap time would have been good. Because Lando didn't get any lap times in, right? P6 for Piastri. Wow, it's going to promote Charles Leclerc. It's going to promote Charles Leclerc. I was kicked off in the chat. Okay, P6 for Piastri, but I think there could be more. Chat, I think there could be more. I really do. Welcome to Terence Dodson. Thanks, Misha. I think there could be more. Because that was so blatant. They're not using telemetry. So when I was racing yesterday, we had telemetry in our cars that was accurate to 1 centimeter. It's 1 centimeter accurate. So you can work out the width of the car, and then you could work out whether you were track limits or not. So they're obviously not doing it via sensors here. They're just looking at cameras. And they might be going through. I think we're going to see more. Yeah, I mean, it took so long, chap. It took so long to confirm that Oscar Piastri... let me explain this. Because it took so long for them to realise Oscar Piastri had his lap time deleted, it took about 10 minutes. There's probably people who exceeded track limits in Q1 and Q2 who just got away with it, right? Because it took 10 minutes for them to find out. It's madness. It is messy. It is messy indeed. Oh, man. How did I not pick it up? Yeah, I don't know. I think there's going to be more drama here. Need a VAR. Check complete. Check complete. Yeah, I think he's out. I think he's out. I'm just going to hang on a little bit more, chat. Got my drink here. I just want to see if anything else happens here, because my gut feeling is there'll be more. I'm on board here with Max Verstappen, by the way. I mean, let's have a look at... Oh! That's Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez had lap time deleted. I think there's going to be more. And I think because people can view all of the onboards, I reckon they're going to want to stop people viewing onboards because they can be like, oh, hang on, that should be a penalty. Looks hot in Qatar. You should wear your McLaren shirt. Yeah, they need the race logics. They need the race logics. Anyway, having barrel rolled an MX-5
was a bitter blow for the team, and it may have really hurt their overall chances.
Just keeping an eye, champ. Anyone else hearing anything on the grapevine? In fact, I'm just going to search track limits on Twitter and just see whether people are like posting screenshots saying, oh, okay, that should be a track limit. Search track limits. Just spelled wrong. Very hard to spell track limits wrong, but I did manage it. Go to latest. And it's showing me stuff from ages ago. Someone saying, Unreal Sky Sports, so poor from you mid-interview Piastri to mention track limits and his new position. I mean, I feel bad for the presenter, Naomi Schiff, because I bet her producer would have said, you need to mention this, because this is a memeable moment. But if I was interviewing, I wouldn't have said it. I think it's not a nice thing to do to young Oscar. That confirms Hamilton is P3. I think there's going to be a lot more. Jay, this quality is coming off like a boggle game. Yes, indeed. 10 minutes. I think there will be, because I think if I was a team, I'd tell my social media, but stop posting silly memes. Just can you go and look at every replay of every car that finished ahead of us and just find track limits? In the same way that you might ask your junior staff to proofread your documents, can you just find any spelling mistakes, please? Just say, yeah, can you just find any track limits? If you look hard enough, you'll find them. Nah, there's no review coming too late. I think the only thing coming too late will be stuff that happened in Q1 and Q2. I would personally, I would be amazed. I would be amazed if there was not a single track limit violation that was not picked. I need to, how do I phrase it? I am certain that there would have been a track limit violation that they didn't pick up in Q1 at the time. Welcome, Random Thoughts. This is qualifying, which is just, it's done. Jules saying the Mercedes are going to take each other out again. Like good old days. It's like Bahrain there, isn't it? Someone said Hamilton, yeah, Hamilton on the podium. On the pod. Josh Kroenke saying, yeah, Piastri's done for. That standings is not updated, so that standings will update tomorrow. Yeah, track limits are more like guidelines, aren't they? Anyway, chat, let me show you. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. So you know I went racing yesterday. Look at the amazing content. Do you promise to keep a secret? If you promise to keep a secret, I'll show you something. You have to promise, though. Yeah, we're gonna stream everything. We're gonna stream the whole lot. Any reviews can happen for Q3. The grid lineup can be completely different. Oh, Suleiman says no. You can't. Okay, I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you them. It's mad. The race yesterday was mad. You've honestly. Whatever you're thinking, times it by 100. I'm talking Mr. Beast level. Right, everyone. And then we're going to wrap it up there. Nah, Ferris, we're a unified chat here. Going to wrap it up there. And yes, I will shed the stream after, not edit now. So I'll shed the stream after. We'll do sprint shootout. I guess there'll be a break. That'll basically be equivalent of like FP3, won't it? So we'll do sprint shootout stream, then we'll do sprint stream, and then Sunday we'll do race stream. No, can't. No, chat. I asked you. Suleiman came in no. Kate came in no. So tomorrow, you are going to see it eventually. I am a content creator. I don't create all this content and just like just going to create the videos and not upload them. Right, everyone. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there. So I will see you all. I'm now going to create like 1 billion Forza videos to get ready for that avalanche. I'll tell you what, I'll ask the question again tomorrow. I'll ask the question again tomorrow, and if the first response is yes, I will show it. Okay? That is a promise. That's a promise. Deal? That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I like it. Right, I'm going to end the stream here because I would actually just hang around for all these inevitable track limits, but I've got to make the Forza stuff. I don't know what that means. Right, okay. Let's end it. Let's end it. I'll see you all tomorrow live on stream. Been awesome. Can't wait for the sprint shootout.